PeekaBoo Clown is a new Spirit Halloween 2020 animatronic made by Seasonal Visions. Today, we are going to be doing a review on him and rating him under 5 different categories.
I just love hide and seek. 1, 2, 2.5. Ready or not, here I come! There's nowhere to hide on Halloween night. We're all out to get you!
Now, in my opinion, I think animation is one of the best pros about PeekaBoo Clown because I think it definitely works well with this character. What he does basically is he moves his arms backwards as his head lifts up, his mouth moves, and he has this new 2020 Seasonal Visions digitalized motion screen in the eyes, and I think it works the best out of any Seasonal Visions properly digitalized because we saw some couple characters that I don't really like with it. We saw a dragon with it, a werewolf, the Wailing Phantom. We did see a skeleton, and the skeleton is not that bad, but the rest are just, I don't see why it was really needed for digitalized. I just don't like it that much on them. But I think it works best with PeekaBoo Clown because he's a clown, and the spiraling eyes I think works best because it's actually like, you know, it's spiraling, it's moving, it's supposed to be like that. So I think it definitely works well with this character. I'm not sure that's really animation, that's probably more appearance, but we don't have that category here, but I will say that that's one of the best things about him. But his animation, in my opinion, is really good. I think it's what works well with the character, and overall, I'm going to give it definitely a point for animation because it's just a really nice animation with the arms and the head lifting up. That's just really cool in my opinion. Now the price, I think a lot of people will question about because I think it's kind of controversial, but it costs $219.99 or $220. And while that price is a little high, I know anything over $200 is kind of expensive. I do think that this price is well worth the character. He is 6 feet tall, which is what usually $200 props go for. He does have 3 animations, and definitely the digitalized definitely be added on the price. I know the Wailing Phantom was like $350 and that was way overpriced, but I think $220 for this guy works really well, especially since when you compare a prop like from last year, Waving Wally was $230, and his only animation was arm waving, and when you compare it to this guy, he's $10 less. He has 3 animations, and he has digitalized. And this could be because COVID-19 did lower some of the Spirit prices this year. But I honestly still think that I'm gonna give Spirit credit for this price. This price, in my opinion, is really well worth it. And I'm definitely surprised it's not over $250 at this point because it's definitely a really good price. Scare factor is a little tricky with this guy because while he is a clown, and clowns are always going to be terrifying to people, and his look is very creepy. I gotta say, he's one of the more creepier looking clowns. What he does isn't really scary, and his phrases are really cheesy, which is why his scare factor is kind of on the iffy side because while he looks really creepy, he doesn't really say anything about his eyes moving, and he talks about crying little babies. Like, the phrases are really bad in my opinion. You get used to them after a while, and honestly, it's not that bad in person, so I don't really take away that much from the phrases. Maybe half a point for the phrases, but they grow on you a little bit, but still, it's not very intimidating. And it's the eyes. It doesn't mention the eyes moving, which is something that should have been said, and it probably would have made this guy a lot more scarier, like, you know, how his eyes are, you know, like hypnotizing somebody or something. I would have thought that maybe that would have terrified some people, but it doesn't seem like it's going to scare a lot of people. So I definitely would give it about maybe half a point for scare factor because it looks creepy, and maybe somebody will be scared by the look, but just watching this guy and seeing him activated, maybe not, because he's not very scary. In my opinion, and I think a lot of us will agree that this detail is definitely a point here. I really like how this clown looks. The color scheme, I think, is really nice with it. I do like how the face is unique. One thing I don't like about SVA clowns anymore is that, you know, the first 3 clowns are okay, but after a while they started using the same towering clown and Hug's face. It just kind of got annoying. just seeing a really similar face to it, so I got really old of it and really sick of it. But this guy uses a unique face, which is something I really like about it. And while he does use the typical towering clown shoes, I don't think it's that bad because he actually has orange shoes, which isn't something we usually see. We always see it have like um, usually it's like red or black, maybe purple with hugs, but it's orange and it actually has like dirt or kind of, I don't know if it's like dirt or blood spatters on it, but I think it looks nice. So I don't mind them reusing the towering clown shoes right here. And I do like the Wally hands. The hands he uses are Waiting Wally's hands, but I don't mind it reused on here. It looks cool for the clown, and honestly, I don't mind it. So there is one thing about detail I do want to talk about, and that's the face. The face, in my opinion, is really good, and I have a really good face. A lot of people have been telling me that my PeekaBoo clown has a really good face, but if you didn't know, actually most of the models come really deformed and really misshaped. So the detail may come off for some people because it looks really off sometimes, so it might not give the full effect of what the detail is supposed to be. Me seeing in person and having it, it really does give off a really good detail effect, but I know there's a lot of models have formed um, that have the misshaped face, and it won't give out the same vibe that mine does. So I would say detail definitely here is a point, but I would always make sure to watch out to see if you get a deformed model or one that's really misshaped. Now there isn't really much to say about quality because in my opinion I think PeekaBoo Clown is a fine quality prop. The company SVI does make a lot of really good quality props, and this is one. This is definitely one of them. I haven't really seen any problems with it besides being set up wrong, and I don't see how it can really break that often. It has two motors to help balance the um, how much is controlling it, and it's built very well, so I don't see it breaking anytime soon. And I think it's a fine piece for quality, and it's one I recommend if you wanted, include quality in anything about purchasing anything, and I think it's fine. So I think SVI did a solid job with quality here, and overall, I'm gonna give it 1 full star for it. That is my overall review of the PeekaBoo Clown Animatronic from Spirit Halloween. Let me know down below what you think about this prop, and I'll see you guys later because I'm definitely gonna have more animatronic reviews coming soon and more props coming to the channel. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed and make sure to subscribe.